Hello students, welcome to my channel Eduhunt. Today I am going to explain the poem A Tiger in the Zoo written by Leslie Norris. But before that, tell me frankly, have you ever seen an animal in a cage enjoying there? I am certain you have gone to a zoo and there you met many animals. But I am certain that the animals are not happy there. They look better in the jungle, in their natural habitat. Here the poet Leslie Norris, who was a prize-winning Welsh short writer and poet, gives us a detailed picture of a tiger that is in the cage. Here he depicts a minute contrast between the tiger that is in a cage and the tiger that is in its natural habitat. What happens here? Let's see. He stalks in his vivid stripes. He means what? Here look, the tiger is personified. The human quality is attributed on some other animals. Here he means what? The tiger. So what happens? He talks in his vivid stripes. Vivid means clear. And stripes means a pattern of black and yellow. That is the appearance of a tiger. The few steps of his cage. The tiger is in the cage, therefore, of course, the cage is not a big place to roam about, just like a jungle. It's a small area, and you noticed it whenever you had gone to a zoo. So, the tiger here has a small space to roam about on pads of velvet quiet. On pads of velvet quiet. On pads, that means the paws. And that is velvet means soft. Quiet means silently. So the tiger on his soft pad or paws walking silently in his quiet rays. Rays means anger, and that is quiet, calm. So what happens here? Look. Pad of velvet. That means what? It is metaphor. You must remember. What is a metaphor? A metaphor is a comparison between two things. Unlike human beings. What happens here? Pads of velvet. That refers to what? Paws of the tiger. Therefore, it is metaphor. Similarly, quiet rays. Quiet, it is repetition, one of the figure of speech. Repetition is the figure of speech where more than two words or phrases repeated in the same line. So that's why in the first stanza we find that a tiger that is in the cage walks slowly and silently. What happens? In his quiet rage, quiet anger. Because the tiger knows it has nothing to do. Because all his strength is inside the bar of the cage. That's why he should be lurking in shadow. He should be. Here he means what? The tiger. As I told you first, it is personified. Should be lurking in shadow. Lurking means hiding. Lurking in shadow. Shadow means here under the trees in the jungle. The second stanza is about the tiger that is in its natural habitat. So, whatever he should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass. Sliding means moving. Sliding, moving. Long grass. Long grass. Why the tiger is slowly moving through the long grass? Because of its prey. Look, near the water hole means water body in the jungle, where all the other animals come there to drink water. And there the tiger keeps waiting for them to pounce upon them. So near the water hole where plump deer pass, plump means fat. Deer pass means where the plump means fat deer come to drink water. Therefore, the tiger in the jungle, what does it do? It slides, moves slowly through the long grass and waits for the deer, plump deer, fat deer that would come to drink water just for its with the tiger's prey. So understood? What happens? Look here, the rhyming scheme. The rhyming scheme. What happens? Stripe, cage, stripe A, scage B, quiet, that is C. Stripe doesn't sound same with quiet. And raise. So case and raise, that is B. So the first stanza, the rhyming scheme of the first stanza is A, B, C, B. Similarly, the second stanza, look here, shadow, you can take it as A, grass doesn't match it, B, hole, that is different, shadow, hole doesn't match it, so C, and pass, grass, pass, B. So A, B, C, B. Got it? Let's see the third stanza. In the third stanza, what does the poet say? The tiger should be in the jungle, and if it were in the jungle, then what it would do? Let's see. He should be snarling around houses. Snarling means roaring. Snarling, roaring around houses. Where are the houses? At the jungle's edge. There are many villages around at the edges of the jungles. As what happened, the area of the jungles are being decreased day by day. Therefore, the tigers or the wild animals are not getting enough space in their natural habitat. Therefore, sometimes they enter into the habitat of the human beings. So what happens here? He should be, means the tiger should be in the jungle. And if it were there, what it would do? It would show its real power. Sometimes it would enter into the villages, and snarling means roaring, bearing his white fans, his clothes. Bearing means showing, exposure of what? Of the fans. Fans means two long teeth in front of the mouth of animals. That is called canine. Both sides you have seen that the long teeth of animals to tear the flesh of other animals. So fans, his claws means nails, claws, nails, terrorizing the village. And with its roaring sound, the villagers would get frightened because of the sounds of the tiger's roaring. But he is locked in a concrete cell. But here the tiger is where? In the concrete cell means in the cage. It should be in its natural habitat, means jungle, but it is not. It is locked in the concrete cell means cage. His strength behind bars and all his strength is subdued in the cage. It cannot do anything. It knows it well. Stalking the length of his cage, stalking, as I told you, moving slowly and silently. Whatever the space it had inside the cage, ignoring the visitors. The visitors are taking selfies just from out of the bars. But if the tiger was in the jungle, then would they go there? Of course not. The tiger would show then its real strength. He hears the last voice at night. The tiger hears the last voice at night. That means it was a time when the visitors went away. It was therefore are alone. The patrolling cars means the night guards, are coming in their cars to check whether everything is in its right order or not. That's why patrolling cars. Patrolling actually means moving. And stares with his brilliant eyes. Stares, the tiger stares. What? With his brilliant eyes. Brilliant means bright eyes. Stare means look at something. So here the tiger stares with his brilliant eyes, means bright eyes. With what? To what? At the brilliant stars. Brilliant means shining. The stars are shining at night and the tigers are looking at the stars. And the tiger's eyes are bright because of the reflections of the light from the patrolling car. It is looking at the stars with a hope that he might one day get the freedom. Just like the stars are free in the sky, similarly. What happens here? The rhyming scheme, look here, night, cars, eyes, stars. So, if you take A, B, now C, B. So, A, B, C, B. That is the rhyming schemes of the last stanza. And the third and fourth stanza rhyming scheme is A, B, C, D. So, what happened? First, second and fifth stanza. The rhyming scheme is A, B, C, B, and third and fourth stanza. Rhyming scheme is A, B, C, D. So that is all about the poem. I think you understood.